There's actually a wave of flag redesign going across the country. There have been several states that have changed their flags or are considering changing their flags, and Pennsylvania is part of that wave.
We're all proud Pennsylvanians, but it's likely that not all of us could pick the Pennsylvanian flag out of a lineup. At least one state rep doesn't think we could, so he wants to change it. As it waves in the wind, can you make out what's on Pennsylvania's state flag? Take a look at these ones, just a few of the 20 similar flags still using the blue background. Oh, and here's ours. Did it jump out at you?
The fundamental purpose of a flag is signaling at a distance. You want to be able to make out what's on the flag, and you want to be able to remember that that represents the place that the flag is from. And Pennsylvania's flag fails on those.
Ted Kay joined me from his room packed with flags.
If I could talk to myself 40 years ago, I'd say, don't collect full-size flags. They take up too much room. Collect these little 4x6 flags.
He's a flag expert, and there's a word for that.
The Latin word for flag is vexillum, so it's vexillological.
Vexillological.
There you go. There's a la in there, vexillological.
So he's certainly tracking the push by a Montgomery County legislator to change our state flag. I asked him, what makes a good flag?
It needs to be simple. It needs to be meaningful so that you remember what it means. It needs to have 2 to 3 colors. That's all it needs. It should not have a lettering or a seal or a coat of arms on it. And it should be distinctive.
Take Utah. It started with this and ended like this. 5,700 people submitted proposals for change, and the process took about a year. But change can be hard.
No, I don't think it needs to change. I think there's something to be said for tradition. History is important, and if we keep changing everything, then why do we have history?
I think it'd make it prettier. I don't know what the flag really is about, but I guess, changing it is always good, right?
Maybe not prettier, but catchier, and something inherently Pennsylvanian. There's even a push right now for the Keystone flag. It's all the same process.
Is that they will name a commission to be in charge of things, and then the state will call for proposals, and the public will submit proposals.
So will Pennsylvania ditch the coat of arms for a refresh?
These flags in these states are flown all over the place because they are great designs. And Pennsylvania has the opportunity to do the same thing.
Now, this definitely is not the first time that lawmakers have suggested changing our flag. Lawmakers tried to add the word Pennsylvania to the flag several times over the span of a decade in the early 2000s. The man you just heard from said, can you imagine if the French added France to its flag? He says, thankfully, it never happened.